I absolutely have a thing. Hold on, let me put the phone down. I have a thing for listening to and thinking about, like, old fashioned letters that people used to write. So I think I want to. Why is this orientation locked? Okay. So I think I just want to read something that I wrote here for you about grace in the storm and just like my experiences lately. We've got yet another storm outside, but we've got a candle flickering and some writing going on and life going forward as it always does. So let's begin. The thunder and lightning here is so close and so loud. The other day it struck, and I saw a flash of light inside one of the overhead ceiling fan lights. After that, my 10-year-old laptop that had been limping along finally was out. Even though it was plugged into a surge protector, it would not start again. I knew that day was coming. I just didn't expect an act of God. I got a new laptop, and while delighted with some aspects, my frustration has grown immensely. I chose English on setup, but it will only use one language in Windows 11, and it's preset to Spanish. You have to upgrade and pay Bill Gates $200 a year to change it. The trickery and evil involved here is unreal. They have a monopoly on operating systems for the average user. The usability of all this is making me feel feeble and old-fashioned and out of the loop. Is this how technology defeats us at last? I don't want to pay Bill Gates. I'm searching online for a solution. My Spanish teacher had suggested I put all my devices in Espanol, and if I really want to push myself, and I did not want to do that. Maybe this is a sign. The other day, while waiting for the bus on the cobblestone street in the warm rain, I remembered Fievel from An American Tail, the song about how somewhere out there someone's thinking of me and loving me. I felt myself tear up. That made me cry as a kid. For some reason, I looked up at the sky with hope in my heart in that moment, and I felt a zing, a communication to someone also out there. I felt it for sure. Who this was, I don't know. Someone from my past, my future, another life or dimension. I'm doing well with work, but clients are getting more demanding. People are stressed, and my price is not increasing to compensate. If we're all going to get through these crazy times, we have to support each other and recognize each other's worth and value. I am a fair, thoughtful, responsible person who always tries my best. If people cannot accept or appreciate that, I do invite them to find better, and we can both move on. I felt a feeling of grace this past weekend. I don't know how to describe it fully, but it's like when you're walking outside in Mexico on a warm, humid night, and even though there are no bushes around, you pass through the fragrance of night-blooming jasmine, and you're blessed during that time. For me, it feels like a window to heaven is open, and good messages about life and humanity are slowly filtering in like warm, steady sunshine, which would be so welcome during this tropical rainy season. It helps because sometimes it feels like so much goes wrong in Mexico. The constant rain and cold up here, the mold, the blackouts, the storms. my kitchen spices that absorb the moisture and clump together, my salt that is damp and doesn't sprinkle. I wanted to escape the heat of the city. I did, but now I've found new challenges to weather. The end. Well, that's all I wrote for today. I like these kind of cute exercises. I like these kind of old-fashioned little videos. I like the simple life. I was talking with one of my clients today, and she's like, I just want to be like you, Adele. I just want to go out and live in the forest and live in the mountains by myself in a cabin in the woods, or like you now in a house in Mexico. Like, you're so lucky. And I'm like, yeah, there's, you're right. These things have been great and they have been blessings in my life. But in order to further your personal growth and development, which I know is like your main goal right now, what's really important to you, you need to be around and working with and dealing with people. They're our greatest mirrors. This is how we learn about ourselves. It's so difficult. So yeah, it's great to go out in nature and take a break, have some solitude, just relax, do nothing. If you're able, find a way to be able, right? For me, that was pursuing forestry. I was like, if I can live out in the woods and get paid for it, then I'll be able, right? I was like, if I, and later in life, I was like, if I live, well below my means, I can live out in other places. And I can relax and enjoy some time, because we don't get to be human beings. We get to be human doings. We get to be a product of capitalism, of this society of time and alarms and expectations and demands and hurry up and go and watch this ad and buy this thing and pay this bill. And I don't think anyone deserves that, especially people who weren't able to rest when they were younger, people who've been running their whole life, kind of like me. I've been running, since my feet hit the ground. 2 years old, I knew I had to go, and I knew I was on my own. And it really helped make me the person I am today. But I really see that weariness in myself and in other people, And so I hope that you can really find a window to grace, kind of like I have, that I shared earlier in this video. And yeah, I think that's ideal for everyone, And we're going through some super crazy times right now. I can feel like we're on the edge of something. And you know what? Because a lot of the majority of people have been wrong, about bad things happening in the past. Everyone's always like, the collapse is coming, the crash is coming. We've been hearing this since, 25 years ago, when the clocks ticked over in 2000, and they're like, the ATMs are going to start spouting money, all the computers are going to go out, the planes are going to fall from the sky, the clocks are going to start spinning backwards, the North Pole's going to get replaced, and there's going to be the South Pole or whatever the hell. And nothing happened, right? Maybe these ideas are so appealing as an escape from everyday life, but maybe it's just in the movies, Maybe we have to find the little things to kind of keep us going along every single day, and treating each other well should be one of them, right? Anyway, I see we have some people in the live here. I was just kind of reading some thoughts for today. If you have anything you'd like to share, please go ahead. Otherwise, I am going to be heading out. Thanks so much for watching, for supporting my channel, for hitting the like and dislike buttons. Thanks for that. And did you watch, I'm going to link that song underneath this video. this Somewhere Out There song from the American Tail. I don't even remember what that movie was about. There were so many like little kids movies that like really had an emotional impact on me and kind of traumatized me a little bit. And when I think about them today, they still kind of light me up a little bit. Like I get emotional about it. It's exciting to think that there are people out there who love you, or who they love you without knowing who you are, and you love them without knowing who they are, as you build your own character and your virtues, and you become a match to those people, and your energy starts to connect across the distance, and you don't know who they are. I thought, I was like, I don't know, it's just a really cool experience I talked about earlier in this video. I will upload this video. Yeah, I'll save it so you can watch it back from the beginning. This candle smells like rose. These are like very cheap and plentiful candles here in Mexico. And, I could be a bit of a candle, what's the word, snob. I'm like, does it have toxic chemicals? Is the fragrance natural? Blah, blah, blah. But you know what? This one is very cheap. It probably is like the toxic kind or whatever, but I just absolutely love the fragrance and the way it looks. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it's pink, light pink color, very cute. All right. Well, thank you so much. Let me see if I can put any kind of fun little, nope. Have a great rest of your night. Bye-bye.